Hello everybody and welcome to the channel, and we're back with some more post 1960 Bats League, Apba Bats League, and we got the first game of a 4-game series between the Colorado Rockies and Houston Astros in Houston. Leading off for the Rockies, playing second is LeMahieu, batting second playing right field is Dante. Batting third, playing first base is Galarraga. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burks. Batting fifth, playing center field is Gonzalez. Batting sixth, playing third base is Castillo. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Tulowitzki. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Rosario.
Willeen Rosario.
And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Freeland. And for the hometown Houston Astros, leading off is CC playing center field. Batting second is Biggio playing second. Batting third, playing first is Bagwell. And batting fourth, playing right field is Hidalgo. Batting fifth, playing shortstop is Correa. Batting sixth and playing left field is Lee. Batting seventh and playing third base is Bergman. And batting eighth and doing the catching is Gaddis. And on the mound, batting ninth is Mike Hampton. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And DJ's going to lead it off for the Rockies, batting .250 with a homer and 1 RBI. And Mike Hampton's on the mound, his first appearance of the year in 1999. He was 22-4 with a .290 ERA. And here's the pitch to DJ. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bagwell at first. He'll take it himself. Step on the bag for out number 1. And Bochette's up. Dante is looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 8. And that's going to be his first hit. He drives this one out in the outfield. Let's see where it lands. And that ball is going to land over the fence, folks. That ball is high. Well, just a second. He's got an H, old Hampton does. Might take this away. And nope, that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. And the Rockies are leading 1-0 here in the top of the first. And Galarraga's up batting 125 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. All of a sudden, the Rockies, after getting the first one out, Hampton's running into trouble. Runner on first, 1 out, and Ellis Burks up, batting .250 with a homer and an RBI. And Burks going to fly out. Carlos Lee's got room this time. Makes the catch short of the track for out number 2. And Carlos Gonzalez comes up. Carlos batting .167 with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bergman. He'll fire across the diamond for out number 3. But the Rockies, with the homer by Dante, have a 1 run in the top of the first, lead this game 1-0 as the Astros coming to the plate. Cesar Cedeno followed by Biggio and Bagwell. And CC is batting 100 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. And this is Freeland's first appearance of the year in 2018. He was 17-7 with a 2.85 ERA. Here's the pitch to CC. And that's going to be lifted in the center field for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here for Houston. And Mr. Biggio comes up looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 6. And he's got it, folks. He squares this one up. Wonder where this one's going to travel to. and that's going to be a double in the right field. Biggio with a 1-out double is in scoring position to tie this game up. And Jeff Bagwell comes to the plate now. Biggio's got great speed down there. A single probably scores him. Here's the pitch to Bagwell. And that's going to be plenty good enough to score him. Let's see where this lands at. And that ball is high. Let's see how far this one goes, folks, against the lefty. And he's going to take a home run away from him with that G. And that's going to be a double in the left field. Freeland doesn't quite let him square it up, but it is tied up at 1 apiece. Looks like we're in for a slugfest here. And now you got Hidalgo up, and Richards batting 0 for 3 this year. See if he can drive in the go-ahead run with 1 out. And that's going to be a 42. That's going to be a hit by pitch. And he isn't an HB 0, so that's going to be a hit by pitch. And that doesn't make the Houston fans and the players happy here in Houston. First and second, and still only 1 out. And Carlos Correa comes up. Carlos batting .333 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be ground ball back to the mound. And that's going to be the old 1-6-3 double play. And that's going to get the Rockies out of this. But Houston ties the game up. It's 1-1 as we go to the top of the second. Castillo, Tulowitzki, and Rosario do up here for the Rockies. And Vinny is batting .143 on the year. No homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to CC in center for out number 1. And Troy comes up to the plate. And he's batting .286 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play of 39 and a 23. And that's going to be ball 1. So here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be against the lefty, an 11. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Correa at short. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 2. And Rosario comes to the plate. And he's batting .429 on the year. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Hampton. He fires over to Bagwell. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the bottom of the second we go. You got Lee, Bergman, and Gaddis due up here. Lee's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. And that's not going to get it done. That's a ground ball down the second. DJ fires over to first for out number 1 and brings up Alex Bergman. And he is batting .333 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a base on ball. Alex walks on down the first. And let's see what Gaddis can do here with Bergman down at first. Here's the pitch to Gaddis. He is looking for his first base hit of the year, and that's going to be another base on balls. Freeland walking himself into a mess here. Mike Hampton's up. He's going to try to bunt them both over in the second and third here. Hampton with his first plate appearance of the year. We might let Hampton swing away now when we look at this. He batted .311 and no homers and 10 RBIs in 1999. We're going to let him swing away. So here we go. We take the bunt sign off, and that's going to be a foul ball popped up behind the plate. Rosario makes the catch for out number 2. We're back to the top of the order in CC, and he's 0 for 1. He flew out the center's first time up, and that's going to be against the lefty 16, and that's going to be a base hit in the center field, and Bergman's going to score with no throw with 2 outs. Let's see if Gaddis, he's not very fast, if he's going to be able to score, go to third rather, with 2 outs. Yep, and he'll make it to third with no throw. So that's an RBI single. And now we got runners on the corners and 2 outs. And that brings up Biggio now. And Craig's 1 for 1. He doubled back in the first, came around the score. And that's going to be a base on balls. A base on balls. Let me hear it. It is a killer. A killer, folks. They have scored 2 runs on only 3 hits, and the bases are full of Astros. Gaddis, third. CC at second. Biggio at first. And the other killer bee, Bagwell, at the plate. Jeff is 1 for 1. He had an RBI double in the first. And that's going to clear the bases probably. He squares this one up, folks. And that's going to be a double into left field. And with 2 outs, I'm pretty sure that's going to score Biggio from first. 57 minus a 32 plus an 18. Yep, with no throw, a 3 RBI double. And just like that, it is 5-1. And Freeland is getting hit hard here, folks. He's due to lead off the top of the third. Can he get out of this inning? They're going to give him a chance to go out and talk to him. Don't want to burn the bullpen up this quick. Freeland now with Hidalgo. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. And that ball is high. And where's this one going to land at, folks? The runner down at second. That's going to be a double in the left field. And the hits just keep coming. And the hit parade just keeps on coming. Now you got Carlos up. Correa, and it is 6-1. Carlos is 0 for 1. He grounded into a 1-6-3 double play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Troy. He fires over to first. The inning's finally over. But Houston scores 5. Makes it 6-1. And what to do. Do we pitch it for Freeland already? That is the question. Let's take a look at this bullpen and see how tired it is. These Rockies pitchers get rocked. Look at that. Their bullpen is gassed. Bullpen is gassed. So I think we got to let him try to pitch some more. You got Brian, who is completely tired. You got Reed. And Octavio's tired. Who else? And Manuel. The only one that's completely fresh is White. So we're going to have Freeland bat for himself here. He's going to bat for himself and try to get some innings in here. Let's see here. Box score. So here's the pitch. We got Freeland and then back to DJ and Dante. And I think they had a 1-0 lead at one time. Here's the pitch to Kyle. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burks for out number 1. See if this straightens out here. After this, there we go. And now DJ's up, and he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Colorado's got to get their runners on and get some runs in here. As you can see, they got 3 more games here in Houston. And then the Astros go on the road to take on the Giants Dante with that homer back in the first that gave Colorado a 1-0 lead at the time. And that's going to be a 7 against the lefty, a 13. And that's going to be a single in the right field. DJ down by 5 runs isn't going nowhere. So first and second with only 1 out. And the big cat comes up. Gagarago, he singled back in the first. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Infield fly rules in effect. There's 2 outs. And Ellis Burks, can he get Colorado on the board here in the third? He is 0 for 1. He flew out the left. And that's going to be a base on balls. Hampton walks the bases loaded. Here we go. And Gonzalez comes up. Carlos is 0 for 1. He grounded out. His first time up. 1 hit here could get the Rockies back in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that's going to be a single. The runners are going to advance 2 bases. And the runner on first is going to score. And the batter is going to get the second on the throw, folks. So a 3 RBI single. And now you got a runner down at second and 2 outs. And Colorado's right back in this ball game, folks. It is now 6. They didn't score him. Let's do this again here. So a single in the center. And let's see here. Okay. Do it again here. One last time. He's supposed to score from first. So single. So now you got a runner at second in a 6-4 ball game. Just like that, they're back in the game. And now you got Vinny up. My cousin Vinny's 0 for 1. That's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a 5. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And that should score Gonzalez. And it's a 1-run ball game, folks. And like I say, this is going to be a slugfest. That'll be a 4. That'll be a 60. He'll score with no throw. So that's going to be a RBI single. And Vinny delivers here. And that brings Troy up now with the runner down at first. All this happening with 2 outs, folks. Remember, Hampton was cruising. Now it's a 6-5 ball game. And Troy's 0 for 1. He's grounded out. And that ball is high. That ball is far. This is unbelievable, folks. Kiss it goodbye. And just like that, the Rockies have scored 6 runs and taken a 7-6 lead in this ball game. They started getting bombed, folks. Getting bombed. Now there's nobody on. And 2 outs. And Rosario's up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to CC. That'll end the inning. But 6 runs in the top of the third makes it a 7-6 ball game. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Lee, followed by Bergman and Gaddis. Lee's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Just like that, Carlos Lee's aboard here. And Alex Bergman comes to the plate now. And Alex, he walked and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And Gaddis comes up now. And Gaddis, we're going to do a little hit and run, trying to stay out of the double play with the catcher here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he's going to take off trying to steal. And that's a 31. And a 31, that's a 61 or lower. Lee will make it down to second. A 61 or lower. And they throw him out. Rosario throws him out. Carlos Lee on the botch hit and run. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on. And Gaddis with the 0-1 pitch. As you can see, the team comparisons, the Rockies are looking for their first win. They're 0-3 with 51 strikeouts, 11 walks, 11 doubles. Houston's 2-1, 21 strikeouts, 22 walks, 6 doubles, and 2 triples. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Gaddis. And that's going to be a comebacker. Freeland picks it up, fires over to first. And that'll end the bottom of the third. To the top of the fourth we go. And with a 1-run lead, they're going to let him pitch here and bat. You got Freeland, DJ, and Dante due up. Kyle 0-for-1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hampton strikes him out. We're out number 1. And DJ comes up. He's 1-for-2. Singled in the third and came around the score. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And now you got DJ aboard here with 1 out. And Dante, they're going to do a little hit and run here. He's 2-for-2 with a homer and a single. 2 times he scored. And that's going to be against a 9. Against the 9. A 9. And a 7. And that's going to be a single in the right field. The hit and run works to perfection. And the runner will get down to third. Now you got first and third. They're going to play for the double play here. Play for the double play ball. And Gagarraga comes to the plate. And give me a second here, folks. I got a phone call. Excuse me 1 second for a phone Alrighty, sorry about that. Had a phone call. Had a phone call. So now we got first and third, one out, and it's a 7-6 ball game. And the Astros are going to play back for the double play. This Hampton's getting beat around. So is Freeland. This is turning into a scoring. And we got Astros in the house. And let's see here. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be, that'll be a 15. That'll be a 15 against an 8. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Dante's going to stop at second. And now it is an 8-6 ball game, and that's probably going to be it for Hampton. This Hampton can't get out of this inning. And it's a 2-run game. Do we want to do a double switch? Nope. So whoever comes in for Hampton's going to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Let's see here. Who are they going to bring in? Ken's going to come in. Like I say, he's going to try to eat up some innings here. So he'll have to lead off the inning. So Ken comes in. Where's he at? So Hampton can't get out of the 4th inning. Now you got runners on first and second, 1 out. And Ellis Burks is up, and Burks is 0 for 1. He has walked and flown out. And here's the pitch to Burks. And he nails this one, folks. It's just a hit parade today. And that'll be against the righty. And that'll be 26 and a 3. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And can Gonzalez score from first? That is the question. 43 and a 30 plus a 12. And why send him here when they're nailing the ball? They don't need him get him thrown out. A 25, though. That's a fit. They're going to send him. I changed my mind. A 51 or lower, he's going to score. And he does. So that's a 2 RBI double by Ellis Burks. Ken can't get the job done. And it is now a 10-6 ball game. 10-6. Good, buddy. And a runner still at second and only 1 out. And Gonzalez is 1 for 2. He's got a 3 RBI single back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And a 63 and an 8 is going to be fielding column 3. And the runner will get down the 3rd. He'll fire over to first. Now there's 2 outs. And my cousin Vinny's up. And Vinny is 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Biggio. He fires over the first. But not until Colorado scores 3. Takes a 10-6 lead here in the 4th. So we get to the bottom of the 4th. Ken Frush that came in. Forgot to say this is his first appearance of the year. And now Ken's going to be at the bat for the first time in 1978. He batted .091 with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field for out number 1. As Ken Castro joins us here. And now we're back to the top of the order in CC. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Gonzalez for out number 2. And Biggio is up now. And Craig's 1 for 1. He has a double and a walk. He scored both times. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Freeland with a 1, 2, 3, 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 10-6 Colorado. And we got Troy, Rosario, and Freeland due up here. The bottom third of the order. Troy with that 2-run homer back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ken strikes him out for out number 1. Rosario's up now, and he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty. 21 and a 9, and that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And that'll be out number 2. And Freeland's going to stay in the game. He would have thought that. Now with a 4-run lead, he is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll end the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we go. And we'll have the big boys coming up. Bagwell, Hidalgo, and Carlo. So you got Jeff, who's a perfect 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs on the game. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit, infield hit for Jeff. He gets a board here. And here comes Hidalgo. And he is 1 for 1. He has an RBI double, and he's been hit by a pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 1. And let's see what Carlos can do here. He is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out twice. And not this time, folks. He squares this one up. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. And Will Bagwell score from first. And he's going to stop at third. His run means nothing. Don't need to get him thrown out at home here. So you got runners at second and third for Lee. And let's see what Lee can do. He's 1 for 2. He got a single back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch to Carlos. And that's going to be a team here. Let's see. Pitch 3, pass ball 3. So we'll have to look here. What's the team? They're probably a 6, 7, 8, 13, 23, 26, 26, 35, 6 through 7. And they will be fielding column 1. Wild pitch, no. So that's going to be a 40 and a 63 and a 40 with second and third. Second and third, a 40 and a 63. And that's going to be a 20. That's going to be hit down the first base. And a 42 and a 3. Not a very good fielding first baseman. A 42 and a 3. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be with the infield back. Safe at first on an error. Runners advance 1 base. That's going to be an E3. And now you got runners in the corners. And only 1 out. And Alex Bergman's up now in a 10-7 ball game. They're going to let Freeland pitch to him here. He is 0 for 1, Alex is. He did walk and came around to score. He struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And a 22 and a 3. Picking on him down there at first, that's for sure. A 22 and a 3 will be filling column 1. And with the defense back, that'll be the, let's see, make sure here. Double play, runner scores, but that'll be, if he's held on and he is a bats left. He doesn't bat left. So that's going to be the double play ball they was looking for. It's going to be the 3-6-3 double play. And it gets him out of the inning. Only 1 run scores. Houston, what could have been. And now it's a 10-7 ball game as we go to the top of the 6th. And Ken's due the lead the bat second in the bottom of the inning. They like to see him get through this inning. See if he can do it here. If he can get through the inning. You got the top of the order due up here. DJ, Dante, and Gonzalez. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. CC makes the catch for out number 1. And Dante Bouchette's up now. And he's 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 singles. And that's going to be against a righty. That's a 19 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Ken makes the play. Fires over to first for out number 2. And the big cat's up. And he's 2 for 3 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a base on balls. The big cat's down at first now. Ellis Burks comes to the plate. And he's 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double in the 4th. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 21 and a 11. The runner on at first. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And we got first and second now. And Ken can't get this all-important third out. First and second. And Carlos Gonzalez is up. He's 1 for 3 with a 3 RBI single back in the 3rd. And that ball is well hit, and Ken can't get the last out here. And that's going to be a double in right center field. And let's see if Burks is going to score here with 2 outs. 51 minus a 37 plus an 11. 25. That'll be a 51 or lower. He scores. And he does. That's a 2 RBI double. And just like that, it's back to a 5-run ball game. And they're like, pity the fool, but he's going to stay out there, Ken is. He's going to suck this inning up one way or the other. They're not burning the bullpen in a 12-7 ball game. Here's the pitch to Vinny, and we drop the dice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jeff at first. He's going to throw over to Ken covering, and that'll finally end the inning. 2-run score, and it's back to a 12-7 5-run ball game. And we got Gaddis, a pitch hitter for Ken, and then CC due up. And Gaddis is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out. And that's going to be a comebacker. Freeland throws over to first for out number 1. Let's see who's going to pitch hit here for Ken. Against the lefty. And Dickie Thorne's going to come out of the dugout. See if Dickie Thorne can get on base here. Down by 5. The Astros need base runners. This is a crazy game, folks. They scoring bunches here today. And Dickie Thorne, he is 0 for 7 on the year. And he's going to be 0 for 8. That's a lazy fly ball to right for out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order in CC, who's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be 11, 1 and 8. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. CC gets aboard again. And that brings up Biggio now. And he's 1 for 2 with a double in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. And that'll do it. Houston strands 1 to the top of the 7th we go. And see who's coming out of the bullpen here. You got righties coming up. Man, they got a boatload of lefties in the bullpen. So it's probably going to be a lefty coming out of the bullpen. Houston's one of those teams that's got lefties everywhere. And it looks like Joe's going to come out of the pen here. Try to get some innings in.
Sambato.
All righty. And he'll bat in the 9 spot. And Sambato is second game. He's got a 13.5 ERA. No record. He'll be facing the bottom third of the order due up here. Troy, Rosario, and Freeland. Most likely a pitch hitter for Freeland. And you can see the team comparisons. Colorado 0-3, 8 runs on 3 homers. Houston 2-1, 13 runs, 6 homers, 5 stolen bases, been caught once. Here's the pitch to Troy. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field for out number 1. And Rosario comes to the plate. And he's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to CC in center for out number 2. And that's going to be it for Freeland. I can't believe he made it through 7. Colorado did the job and scored runs. Kept him in this ball game. See who's going to come off the bench here. And it looks like Eric Young is going to come off the bench. With 2 outs and nobody on. He's a perfect 1 for 1 with a double and no RBI on the year. And that's going to be against the lefty. 21. And that's going to be an infield hit. Eric Young. Perfect 2 for 2 on the season here. He gets on board here with 2 outs. So Young down at first and DJ up. And now you got GJ. He's 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Biggio. He goes the short way over to second. And that'll do it. Colorado strands 1. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 12-7. And Gabe White's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch. It's bottom of the 7th. And this is White's second game of the year. And no record and no ERA. He'll be facing Bagwell, Hidalgo, and Carlo. And Jeff is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs, folks. And that's going to be the first time they get him out. That's a slow grounder down to DJ for out number 1. Dog goes up now, and he's 1 for 2 with a double. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. White strikes him out for out number 2. And Carlos comes up now. Correo is 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. 1, 2, 3 goes to Astros. To the top of the 8th we go. And you got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Dante, Gonzalez, and Burks. And Dante Bichette is 3 for 4 with a homer in this game. And he drives this one, man. He's having one hell of a game here. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Start this inning off with. And the big cat comes up with a runner in scoring position. And he's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. A big strikeout there by Joe. And that brings up Ellis Burke. He's 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll make him an 11 and a 10. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit. The runner will get the third. A little nubber down the third base. And now you got runners on first and third and 1 out. And up to the plate now is Carlos Gonzalez. And he's 2 for 4 with 5 RBIs on the day, folks, and a double. And they're going to play back for the double play ball. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2 is the question. They sure can. That's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. And Joe gets out of this with no runs scored. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 12-7. You got Lee, Bergman, and Gaddis due up here. Lee's 1 for 3. He did reach on an error back in the 5th, so he's been on base twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Lee out for out number 1. Bergman comes to the plate now, and he's 0 for 2. And he's walked and came around the score back in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burks for out number 2. And it's up to Gaddis to get something started here. With 2 outs, he's 0 for 2. He walked and came around the score in the second. And he drives this ball into the outfield. Houston's not done yet. That's going to be a 2-out double. And that'll be it for Joe. He'll come out of the game. We'll have a pitch hitter here. See who's going to come off the bench. And Glenn Davis is going to come off the bench here, folks. See what Mr. Davis can do. And Glenn is 0 for 2 on the year. Here's the pitch to Davis. And that's going to be a base on balls. So that gets first and second now and 2 outs. Houston trying to make a 2-out rally here in the 8th. And CC's up now. First and second, 2 outs. And CC's having a nice game. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. Can he deliver here? Get Houston back in this game? Nope. That's a deep fly ball, but room out there in right field for Dante. Houston strands 2 to the top of the 9th we go. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Astros. And we got righties coming up. Let's see here. And Frank's going to come in here and pitch, try to keep this a 5-run game. I know it sounds crazy. That's what his job is, to keep it a 5-run game. And this is Frank's second appearance of the year. No record and no ERA. He'll be facing Vinny, Troy, and Rosario. Vinny's 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be against a lefty. That'll be a single base infield hit for Vinny. He gets a single here. So, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. No, that's not. I had the wrong card. Redo. That's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. Right, a 42. Yep, that's a ground ball. Sorry about that. Looking at the wrong card. That's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. A 64 and a 7 is probably going to be an error. And yep, he's still going to be on base, but it's going to be an E2. An E2 by Gaddis gets him aboard here. So Vinny's still down at first. Nobody out for Troy. And they're not helping their pitchers out much. Troy's 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right for out number 1. And Rosario's up, and he is 0 for 4 today. He is grounded out twice and flown out to center twice. And that's going to be on the fly ball. This one out the lead. And that's now 2 outs. A runner still at first on the air. And that's going to be it for White. He's going to come out of the game. And let's see who's going to pitch it for him. And I think Matt Holliday is going to come off the bench here. I think that's who it's going to be. You know what? Let's bring in Atkins. Atkins is going to come out of the dugout. And Atkins is batting .250 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be another ground ball out in front of the plate. Maybe that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, that's a hit by pitch. And all of a sudden, Frank now with 2 outs got runners at first and second here as he hits Atkins. I don't know if that's a little frustration back for the earlier hit batter. And now you got DJ up first and second, 2 outs. And DJ's 2 for 5. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Biggio. He goes over to first, and that'll end the inning. Colorado strands 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 12-7. He's coming out of the bullpen here for Colorado. Colorado. And what we got? We got righties coming up. So it looks like it's going to be Adams coming out of the bullpen here. Octavio going to come out of the bullpen. And this is Adams' 3rd appearance of the year. And he is no record with a 9 ERA. He'll be facing the 2, 3, 4 hitters here. Biggio, Bagwell, and Hidalgo. Craig is 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He'll take it himself. for out number 1. And Jeff Bagwell's up now, and Jeff is 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs on the day. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vinny at third for out number 2. And Houston down to the last out. Hidalgo's up now, and he is 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be against the righty, 17 and a 9. And that is going to be a base hit. So the Astros are still alive here with an infield hit. And Carlos is up now, and he is 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a pop-up, I think, behind home plate. Yep, and that's going to end it. Foul ball caught by Rosario, and that's your ball game. The Rockies get the first win of the year, folks. 12-7 ball game. Check out the box score here. Sure wasn't a pitching duel, and that's about the only way the Rockies are going to win games is to just outslug everybody, folks. And the Rockies, 12 runs on 16 hits and 1 error. Astros, 7 runs, 11 hits and 1 error. Oh, did everybody know the only batter that didn't get a hit was Rosario? He was 0 for 5. Everybody else got at least 1 hit. You had Dante, 4 for 5. Burks was 3 for 4. You had Gonzalez, Gagarraga, and DJ with a multiple hit game. Look at that. Colorado, 6 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Dante and Troy with homers. They left 7 men on base. And for the Astros, you had CC and Bagwell had nice games. They were 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Not bad. And they left 7 men on base. And Freeland, who would have thought he would have been around for the win? He goes 6 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 2. White 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 2. Give the bullpen credit. They did their job. Adam Octavio comes in 1 inning, 1 hit. Mike Hampton gets lit up. He goes to 0-1, 3 1/3, 10 hits, 10 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 homers. Ken comes in, doesn't do much better, adds fuel to the fire. 2 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 2 homers. Then after that, the bullpen did all right. Joe comes in 2 innings, 3 hits, and 1 strikeout. Frank, 1 inning and nothing across. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard for the National League. You got the Mets are a half a game up on Atlanta. Washington is 2 back. The Phillies 3.5, and the Phillies 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. In the Central, you got the Pirates and the Brewers tied. The Cubbies are a half a game back, and now the Reds, Cardinals, and Astros all a game back. And out west, the Giants are a half a game up on LA, a game up on Arizona, a game and a half up on San Diego, and the Rockies with their first win are 2 games back. And Paul Molitor's leading the National League with a .560 batting average. Sammy Sosa with 7 homers and 12 RBIs, leading the National League. Of course, the ERA leaders right now are at 0. And you got 2 pitchers with 2 wins, Caldwell and Rocker. And you got 5 pitchers with 5 saves. And Sammy Sosa's leading in the MVP voting. And John Rucker's leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Ken Castro and Astros fan for being in here today. Sorry about the interruption with the phone call, but sometimes real life gets in the way, folks. Our next game will be these same 2 teams in game number 2 of this 4-game series. And we will have on the mound It'll be Jeff Francis going up against Daryl Kyle. Should be a good pitching matchup, folks. Hope to see you next time. If you're new to the channel, it don't cost you a dime. Hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Houston, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.